They said he didn't belong. They said he was just another orphan boy with nothing to offer. They threw him out like he was trash. Alone, hungry, and scared, Philip wandered the streets, wondering if anyone in the world would ever care about him. But what they didn't know, what nobody knew, was who he really was. This is the story of a boy who had nothing, yet was destined for everything. It all started in a small, crowded orphanage in the Philippines. Philip was quiet, shy, and always kept to himself. Other kids would laugh and play, but he would sit in the corner, sketching strange symbols in his notebook. The caretakers didn't understand him. They thought he was odd. They thought he was a troublemaker. One day, after a small argument over chores, the head caretaker snapped. She told Philip he had to leave. "You're not wanted here," she said. "You don't belong." And just like that, he was out. He wandered the streets, clutching his small backpack and sketchbook. Every corner of Manila felt bigger, scarier, and lonelier than he had imagined. He slept under bridges, begged for food, and avoided the police. People ignored him, some mocked him, some tried to take advantage of him. Life seemed cruel. But even in the darkest moments, Philip had a spark. He had something nobody could see. A secret that would change everything. You see, Philip wasn't just any orphan boy. He had a mind that could solve problems no adult could. He could fix broken machines, read books faster than most, and remember every detail of everything he saw. But he hid it because he knew no one cared. One night, as rain poured down, Philip ran into an abandoned library to take shelter. Inside, dust floated in the dim light, and broken books littered the floor. Something in him whispered that this place was important. And then he saw it. A strange old book filled with puzzles and codes. For any ordinary boy, it would have been impossible. But for Philip, it was like the world was speaking directly to him. He solved the first puzzle, then another, then another. Hours passed, and rain soaked the library windows. Philip didn't care. He was focused. Every puzzle solved made him feel alive, powerful, like he belonged somewhere. Little did he know, someone else was watching. A famous scientist, Professor Reyes, had been visiting the library for research. He noticed the boy scribbling furiously, solving puzzles faster than a computer. Curious, he stepped closer. "Hey, what are you doing?" the professor asked. Philip looked up, startled, but he didn't hide. He explained every solution in detail. The professor's jaw dropped. This is incredible. "How do you know all this?" he asked. Philip shrugged. "I just like puzzles." That night, Professor Reyes decided to take Philip under his wing. He introduced him to a world Philip had never seen, a world of science, invention, and possibility. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. Philip learned fast, building machines that helped local communities, solving problems adults couldn't, and gaining respect from everyone around him. Word spread quickly. People began to talk about the boy who came from nowhere but had the mind of a genius. But the best part, the part that would shock everyone, was yet to come. The orphanage that had thrown him out received the news. The quiet, scared boy they had discarded was now famous. Respected, a national hero. The head caretaker stared at the news on her phone, unable to speak. The other children whispered, "Is that really Philip?" Philip, however, didn't let fame change him. He forgave them, not because they deserved it, but because he had grown beyond anger. He knew that being thrown out didn't define him. His mind, his courage, and his heart did. And yet, his journey was only beginning. Philip was invited to international science fairs. He started inventing tools for poor communities, devices to clean water, and machines to make farming easier. Everyone was amazed at how a boy from the streets could change the world. But just when it seemed everything was perfect, something happened that no one expected. A competitor tried to steal his inventions. News reporters questioned his age, doubting that a boy could have done all this. Some even said it was luck. Philip faced rejection again, but this time, he didn't let it stop him. He worked harder. He stayed up nights testing, adjusting, and proving everyone wrong. And slowly, people saw the truth. Philip wasn't lucky. He wasn't pretending. He was a genius, through and through. Soon, his story inspired millions of children who felt alone, unseen, or unwanted. He taught them that where you start doesn't matter. What matters is the fire inside you. Today, Philip is known not just in the Philippines, but all over the world. He invents, teaches, and inspires millions. And whenever someone doubts themselves, he remembers the night he was thrown out, and how it led him to discover who he really was. Because sometimes, the world will push you out. Sometimes, they will say you're nothing. But the truth is, your real value is waiting to be discovered. And when it is, it will shock everyone who ever doubted you. Philip's story reminds us all. Rejection is not the end. Being ignored is not the end. Failure is not the end. It's just the beginning of the chapter where your real strength, your real mind, and your real heart shine brighter than anyone ever imagined. The boy they threw out? He became a hero. The boy they ignored? He changed the world. And the boy who had nothing? He found everything in himself. So if you've ever felt unwanted, unvalued, or thrown out, remember Philip. Remember that your real story is waiting, and it's far greater than anyone can imagine. Because sometimes, the world doesn't know what it's letting go until it's too late. And that was the incredible story of Philip, the boy who was thrown out only to discover who he really was. Stories like his remind us that even when life pushes us down, our true potential can't be stopped. If you enjoyed this story, stay tuned to Philippines Wealth Chronicles, because every week we bring you real-life stories of courage, determination, and triumph from across the Philippines and the world. Remember, it's not where you start that matters. It's where you're going. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.